Okay, so it's been a long time. I'm back out at the range, and I've brought out a very special model, special as far as firearms are concerned, and even more special to me. This is the Smith & Wesson 38 Special hand ejector, manufactured in 1917. This is a pre-Model 10, and it is a K-frame, 38 Special, hence the name, 6-shot revolver, chambered originally in 38 Smith & Wesson, and around the 1905 range, I think it's 1905, but early 1900s also chambered them in 38 Special, as that cartridge was brand new. Has a little bit more power than the 38 Smith & Wesson cartridge. This firearm was originally developed in 1899 and went through only a few small changes over the 125 years of its existence. The original first few models had a leaf spring return spring, and then the new return spring upgrade happened. I believe that was also around the early 1904, 1905 range. These guns were deployed in World War I and in World War II, and they were replaced by the 1911 by most U.S. soldiers, but the airmen and women, pilots, preferred to carry this smaller, lighter weight 6-shot revolver. This one was handed down to me by my late great uncle, who purchased this from Smith & Wesson back in 1917. I have the original purchase receipt and the shipping paperwork where he had it shipped via train to his home in Jersey City. Once he passed away in the early 1980s, the revolver went to his brother, my grandfather, and he passed away, and it went to my aunt and uncle, and eventually, just this summer, my cousin brought out this box, and she presented it to me with, this was your Uncle Philly's, and I think you might get more out of it than I do, and she was right. So, this is in amazing condition. We're looking at really nice blued finish, no tarnish, no rust, works incredibly well. I believe it has the original grips, and this is the pre-Victory model. This is the, long before the 1940s when they put the lanyard on the bottom and was used for a chest holster and to hang in times of war. And it's a 6-inch barrel, Partridge front sight, adjustable rear sight, and hammer nose as opposed to the internal firing pin. I fired 5 shots out of it so far, and it's smooth. So I'll load it up, put a few down range, so you can see that this almost 100-year-old, almost 100-year-old. Oh shoot, it is 100. It was 1927 he bought it, so another 3 years it'll be 100. And being that I'm paralyzed, I can't use my pointer finger, so it floats out around the cylinder, and that's okay. Been doing it for 30 years that way. I use my middle finger to activate the trigger, and I don't put pressure on the trigger until I'm on target. So here we go. Fire! Bam! This thing is sweet. And I tell you, it's got a really nice feel to it. The mechanism is like a finely tuned watch. Now, I prefer the rubber grips, but being that this is a super classic family heirloom, I won't be making any changes to this fine piece of history and precision. Bam! Now, being that I yammered through the whole thing, I don't know if that was 5 or 6. It was 6. All right, anyway, so really cool gun. Glad I could share it with you guys. It is the pre-model 10 or Smith & Wesson 38 Special hand ejector from 1927. Very cool.